To visualize myself in the classroom and doing, PE as a teacher is like I'm always going to be planning, listening, and learning is pretty much the way I put it. So I'm going to plan what we're going to do, and if my plan falls apart or it needs to be altered, then I'm going to listen to what my students have to say and their input, because their input is what's going to mold the classroom or lack thereof a classroom, because you're usually outside. And then learn from them as well as continue my own learning. What are they going to be doing? Is they're going to have an active role in their education. So if something is definitely a don't do that again, Miss T, or can you do that, just modify it this way, it's really taking in their engagement to changing it and making it more for them. Because if you keep doing the same cookie cutter thing, students won't actually learn much. And on top of that, they will actually probably start to resent you as a teacher, or they'll shut themselves down completely. And interacting with students is I interact too much, is what I've been told. Actually, on some of my evaluations, they say I talk with the kids too much, which I think is a little bit neither here nor there. It's definitely those step-in questions or those guiding questions, or, hey, I see you did it this way. You want to try it this way and see if that is more comfortable for you. And being able to guide them step by step. And it's just one of those things that in our content area, kids don't have to just be like, here's your list of 1 through 5 and that's how you do it. Because some kids can go 1, 3, 2, 5, 7 and still be able to control what they're doing inside a game. Because as much as there is a sequence to doing certain activities, you can always do it a little bit different. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So if they feel it more comfortable to do something, but they're still succeeding at the task and not injuring themselves in the process, then why change it? So that's one of those things that I believe I have to have in my programs, is their feedback and listening to them and incorporating their ideas and their wants and their desires for their class. Because what one class wants for first period may not be what second or third period wants. And I've learned that, especially in student teaching. I don't actually have my own teaching classroom yet, but in the after school program, I have to do these things as well. So I have to focus more on the physical activity and letting them learn by doing, rather than going exactly to perfect a skill. Because one, I want to say there's not enough time for it. Over a course of a long time, there's enough time. But it's also one of those things is we're trying to let these students get engaged in different pieces in physical activity to find out if they do like a sport, or maybe they like the individual sports, or maybe they only like pair sports. Maybe they don't like that at all. Maybe they like the adventure and the outdoor pieces that we do. So it's really, I want to mold my classroom as much to cater to what the students' desires are, more than what I like doing. Because as much as I don't like soccer, it has great benefits. You can learn a lot from it. It's a big team sport. A lot of people can do it. It's part of the curriculum. I can teach it. I can coach it. I don't like it personally. But if a kid wants to do soccer for one of their units and it wasn't on my plan, guess what? One of them is going to get knocked off for a unit and put it back in there. So there's one of those pieces. So I just really want to cater my classrooms around what kids' desires are.